Good day and welcome. I am Kwamen Achinfor, reporting today from View Africa studio here in Accra, Ghana. An opposition group in Nigeria has called for an immediate halt to the implementation of the federal government's newly approved tax plan, which is scheduled to take effect from January 1st, 2026. The group, identified as the National Opposition Movement, argues that the proposed tax reforms are ill-timed and will worsen the economic hardship already faced by millions of Nigerians. According to the group, the new tax laws are punitive and place excessive pressure on low-income earners, small businesses, and unemployed citizens at a time when inflation, unemployment, and insecurity remain high. They claim the policy does not reflect the current realities of the Nigerian economy and risks deepening poverty and inequality across the country. The opposition group also criticized provisions that would require wider tax compliance, including from individuals without stable income, describing them as unrealistic given weak infrastructure, limited social services, and a largely informal economy. They insist that the government should focus instead on taxing luxury goods, excess corporate profits, monopolies, and proceeds of corruption, rather than increasing the burden on ordinary citizens. In addition, the group has called for broader national consultations involving labor unions, civil society organizations, professionals, small business owners, and state governments before any implementation begins. They warn that failure to suspend the policy could lead to nationwide protests.
The National Opposition Movement demands 1. The immediate suspension of the tax plan's takeoff date. 2. National consultation involving labor, civil society, SMEs, professionals, and state governments. 3. Explicit social protection guarantees tied to any tax reform. 4. A focus on taxing luxury, excess profits, monopolies, and corruption, not poverty. 5. Strong legal safeguards to protect taxpayers' rights. Nigeria does not suffer from low taxation. Nigeria suffers from wastes, corruption, mismanagement, and policy arrogance. You do not fix government failure by billing the victims. We stand with Nigerian workers, traders, professionals, and small businesses. We will resist any policy that punishes the poor to excuse leadership failures. If this tax plan is forced through without suspension and consultations, the government will be fully responsible for the social and economic consequences. This is not a threat. It is a warning grounded in reality. Nigeria is hurting, and the suffering Nigerians have limits. Let us warn President Tinubu and his enforcers.
However, the federal government has maintained that the tax reforms are necessary to improve revenue generation and economic stability, insisting that the laws will proceed as planned, with assurances that certain protections and exemptions will apply to low-income earners. Thanks for joining. See you on our next news.